the two coaches. Amanda Butler's been around certainly for a few years, played in this league, now in her 6th season with the Gators, 112 and 76, 8th year overall. Got her undergrad from Florida in 95, then got her master's in 97. There's Terry Williams-Flournoy, her 1st season on the bench for the Auburn Tigers. 9th season overall. Spent the last 8 as the head coach at Georgetown.
And for Florida, they started 11 different starting lineups, and this is the one that they believe brings the most energy right out of the start.
Here's Muhammad into the paint. We'll back it out. This Auburn team averaging just 66 points a game. That is 12th in the country, and a traveling violation will give it right back to the Gators. Florida averages 72 points a game. That is the 3rd best number in the conference. No Bonds. 77 assists on the year.
Here you see Auburn in the zone defense. They definitely have the size advantage over Florida, but I believe that Florida is a more physical team. Shot clock down to 5.
Bonds going to have to make something happen, really backing off her, forcing Moss to shoot the 3. Didn't touch anything. It'll be Auburn Tiger basketball. Moss, a freshman out of Union, Kentucky. This Auburn team coming off a tough 3-point loss to Georgia on Thursday night in a game that they just couldn't shoot free throws. They were 3 out of 15 and lost by 3. That will sting. Here's Moss out of the pack. Tremendous athlete. Inside to George, left hand no good. Rebound yanked out of there by Peyton Davis, averaging 5.5 a game.
Florida doing a good job, though, against Auburn's press to get out and go and push that ball up the court.
You'll see Shadero Clay getting the start, the freshman. That's because Najette Wardad out with a sprained ankle in street clothes on crutches over on that Auburn bench. So the freshman will run the point for the Tigers. Shot clock down to 5. Muhammad to the basket, won't go. Up ahead to Bonds. Little 2-on-2 basketball. Moss, good pass underneath, and Mercer converts.
When I talked to Coach Flo earlier about Muhammad, she said she's been battling knee injuries and leg injuries, and you can tell already, Dave, that she's slowing down.
Here's Davis extended from the basket. Alverson's first shot of the game, no good. Moss the rebound. Moss at 5'11". Rebound into the hands of Clay. Tyrese Tanner won't go. Mercer back the other way. Pull-up jumper. Left it short. Moss saves it. Right to George. But a block on the inside by Davis.
Nice straight up and down defense by Auburn. Both of these teams, though, need to slow it down a little bit and get in their half-court offensive system.
To start this game, Auburn 0 for 4 from the field. Florida 1 out of 4. And that streak is snapped on the jumper from Tyrese Tanner. She comes in ranked in the top 20 in scoring, 12.5 a game. Sveti turns. Quick shot by Florida. Not much of stoppage time here in the opening moments. 16:20 to go, first half, in a 2-2 game. Two clubs desperately needing a win. The three-pointer from Shadero Clay, just her 8th of the year, 8 out of 24.
Clay coming in, stepping in for the injured point guard. It's a great top of the key shot.
Boy, nice pass, good turnaround jumper from Tyrese Tanner. Quick timeout taken by Amanda Butler, 32nd timeout.
Auburn slows it down a little bit at the middle of the court, wide open in the lane. It's a great quick pass This three-point goes down. You know what, Dave? They're also playing really good defense right now, getting back, pressing. Florida just can't convert when they have the opportunities.
It's a 7-0 run after the Gators opened up the scoring. Auburn shot 50% from the field against Georgia. A great number against the Lady Bulldogs, who normally are a lockdown defensive team, but it's those free throws that cost Auburn that victory. Georgia went 19 out of 22 at the line that afternoon. And
3 of 15 for Auburn. You hit half those, you win that game, like you said.
So the Gators will inbound it. Carly Needles on the floor. She wears number 4, the redshirt freshman. Highlands Ranch, California, or Colorado. Coming off an ACL injury a year ago and took a red shirt. Betty will fire off the back of the iron. Tapped around and right into the hands of Shadero Clay. Clay, the freshman, will pull up. That won't go. Davis there for the rebound. And the scrum is on, and we'll say a tie-up. Arrow favors Florida. That'll take us to our under-16 media timeout. Auburn on a 7-0 run. Well, the Tigers trying to snap a lengthy losing streak, which has stretched out to 7. But they lead by 5 here in the opening half. Terry Williams-Flournoy in her first year played her basketball at Penn State. Graduated back in 1991. But you see the numbers on this Tiger team in her first season, taking over for Nell Fortner. Well, she's done a nice job.
And in almost every single statistics for each player, they've improved dramatically from last year. What I really like about Coach Flo is that she's very honest about her situation, that taking over and completely changing this group's style of playing basketball, focusing more on defense, and that the girls have been great about it.
She's got a little Andy Landers touch to her game as she coached for the Lady Bulldogs, 96 through 2002. So here's Needles, gets it to Bonds. That shot is blocked. Good block on the run by Tyrese Tanner.
Great defense, and then Julie King being aggressive, going after that loose ball, gets the foul drawn against her.
So 15 minutes to go here, opening half. Florida scored the first basket of the game, but nothing since. Jumper is perfect. Tyrese Tanner averaging 12 points a game, shooting 39% from the floor. 6 points for Tanner. Needles off the back of the iron. Alverson will save it and get it back to Shadero Clay, who is going to play a ton of minutes today with the injury to Wardat, who sits on that Auburn bench in street clothes. Wardat with 148 assists on the year, first in the conference, but an ankle sprain will keep her out of action this afternoon. Here's Clay.
Florida's got to do a better job on the defense on the top of the key. It's wide open for Auburn.
Well, welcome inside Auburn Arena. Dave Neal alongside Elizabeth Morrow. Glad you could join us. Little SEC women's basketball. Go from the men's game in Columbia to the women's game here in Auburn. 9-2. Florida scored the first points of the game, and then Auburn has gone on a 9-0 run. Tigers trying to snap a 7-game losing streak. Florida comes in having lost 5 of their last 6, but they did pick up a win against Alabama in their last outing. And the Gators having a tough time trying to find the bottom of the net. They are 1 for 9 from the field. And a traveling violation will give it right back to the Tigers.
And again, Auburn playing with that half-court press, but really tough defense. It's setting the tone for this game, and they're converting on the offensive side as well.
Tracy Tanner, the 6'3 freshman, and the younger sister of Tyrese Tanner on the floor now. She wears number 44.
They're even roommates, too. I don't know if I could do that. My sister, I love her, but...
Right, enough is enough.
I lived with her long enough.
Look at Tracy Tanner working hard. Just checks into the game and gets a basket, and it's a 9-0 run. Florida has missed their last 7 shots. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Tigers.
And Florida cannot find a way right now to beat that press and set up their offense. They can wear this Auburn defense down if they work the perimeter and pass the ball around, but they're not even getting opportunities to have good passes.
So Blanche Alverson to the bench on the floor. Tyrese Tanner. Auburn starts this game 5 out of 13 from the field. Auburn at 13-10, 2-8 in league play. Florida 14-9, 3-6. Gators coming off an NCAA tournament berth last year. Got to the second round. Got some work to do if they want to get back there in 2013. Tracy Tanner intercepts the pass.
So impressed with Tracy Tanner right now, coming in, calling for that ball right now, getting back on defense and coming in off the bench and making an immediate impact.
Clay had her shot partially blocked. Here's George. Bad pass, looking for Miller, goes right into the hands of the Tigers. This Florida scoring drought is getting quite lengthy. Their last field goal came 6 minutes ago. Their only field goal at the 18:07 mark. Maybe it's something about the building. I was in here Wednesday night for the men's Auburn-Alabama game, and both teams had substantial scoring.
Just you.
Well, I didn't want to go there. Look at the field goal numbers, 1 out of 9 for the Gators. Shot clock down to 2. Loose ball. Needles had it, lost it, but it will belong to the Gators, and that'll take us to our under 12 timeout. Well, Auburn has played some pretty good defense, but Florida not helping themselves with 5 turnovers. They're 0 for 7 from the field on their last 12 possessions.
Auburn women's basketball.
Inside Auburn Arena, SEC women's basketball. It has been all Auburn to this point, 11-2 for the Tigers. They're on a 9-0 run, or 11-0 run.
And Auburn can get you rattled with their press and their defense. That's exactly what's happening. And then on the offensive side, some quick, easy baskets, going after the boards, the second shots, a great poke back. And the Tanner sisters are just lighting it up. They did the last 2 games. Continuing that over.
There is Tracy Tanner, 6'3". She and Tyrese out of Birmingham, Alabama. Tyrese, the junior. The third set of sisters to play for the Auburn Tigers. We have the Hobbs sisters and the Bolton sisters. Boy, Florida just can't hang on to the basketball. Up ahead, Miller. It'll belong to Florida, 24 on the shot clock.
This gives Florida the time to establish a play, work down the Auburn defense, and hold on to the ball.
Out of the corner.
Or do that.
Finally,
they'll
Miller
take it.
knocks down the shot. The three-pointer makes it a 6-point game. First field goal for the Gators since the 1807 mark. And Auburn answers right back with the jump shot from Tyrese Tanner.
A great kick out from her sister. Perfect pass.
Boy, good start for Tyrese. 8 points. Her lead this Auburn team. Now George getting cranked up. Or excuse me, Kristen Mercer right through the heart of that defense with a layup. Mercer, freshman out of Douglasville, Georgia. A lot of freshmen on this Florida team.
Very young team.
Lone senior is Jennifer George. Talk about the youth on this Florida team. Harley Needles, redshirt freshman, but Sydney Moss, a freshman. January Miller, Kristen Mercer, and all told, you see Florida one of the youngest teams in the country.
And 2 freshmen that had season-ending injuries that redshirted at the beginning of the year.
Miller knocks down back-to-back threes, and the Gators right back. Get it, down 3.
Mercer's coming off 2 solid games with 2 huge threes to get their team back into this game.
Miller averaging just shy of 6 points a game. She has now made 13 of 38 three-pointers. And Florida's been in some tight games down the stretch. They just haven't really been able to close out many of those games. And also you got to factor in the fact that Jennifer George has been bothered with a shoulder injury. Actually sat out one game, but even when she was playing, just not the same Jennifer George, and wearing a different brace today on her shoulder to kind of give her a little bit more freedom to move around.
Dislocating your shoulder once is painful enough. I can't imagine twice. Again, like you said, she was playing a little bit timid. Now she has this new brace and she's playing like herself.
Florida, after scoring 2 points in the first 11 minutes, have scored 8 points in the last 54 seconds. And a hand check against the Gators. Darryl Clay will inbound it. Jump it up to Davis, and she couldn't convert, rolled around the rim and spun out.
Davis, mad at herself, knows that ball should go in. She has the height advantage, the muscle advantage. Just a little bit too strong.
Davis at 6'5". Miller. Pull-up jumper off the window, no good. There's George for the rebound and the putback. That's Jennifer George at her best. George 9th in the conference in rebounding, 18th in scoring, 3rd in field goal percentage. 1-point game. Bonds with a foul on Hasina Muhammad.
You see George making her way into the basket and going up strong. Coach Butler said she's better with her left hand than she is her right hand, which is pretty impressive considering she's right-handed.
Looks pretty solid on that move to the basket. Hard to defend that. Good catch by Tanner. Muhammad steps inside the arc. Her jump shot won't go. Tyrese Tanner with a nice follow-up. 10 points for Tyrese Tanner, her 17th game in double figures. Trying to chase down her career high of 26 against NC State this year. And the Gators answer right back as George picks up back-to-back baskets. 1-point game.
George is so strong. Auburn might be taller. That's where the advantage with George is. Her physicality, how strong she is when you get to the basket.
On the shot clock, 8.5 to play in the first half. And the Butler's club has weathered the storm.
I love watching Needles, number 4, play for Florida. She's so aggressive on defense.
Muhammad got the friendly roll here at home. For Muhammad, her first basket and her first field goal. She's 1 out of 4 from the field. Miller trying for another 3. Way too strong, but let's give her credit for her pass. She hits Miller on the backside of the iron. That's how they drew it up, I'm sure.
Exactly what they were doing. The refs are letting them play, though, especially on the press. I like it.
Tanner gets it inside. Davis got right to the rim.
She's got to use the backboard on that one.
And a reach-in foul on Tanner. And that will take us to our under 8 timeout. Tyrese Tanner having a good day at the home office.
For tonight's teammate dance-off. The idea is simple. Each player will show off their best dance move, and it will be up to the crowd to decide who advances to the next round. Make sure to cheer as loud as you can for your favorite dancer after they show you their best moves. Today we have Hasina Muhammad taking on Cabriana Capers. First up is sophomore Hasina Muhammad. She defeated Tracy Tanner in a close first-round match. Next, we have freshman Cabriana Capers, who defeated Jen Ordad in the first round. All right, fans, it's time to vote. Get ready and get loud for your favorite dancer.
Moving on to the next round is Cabriana Capers. Let's hear from both players. We're going to come back to the game.
17-16, Tigers out in front. 7:40 to go in the first half, and Tyrese Tanner has come to play today. The junior out of Birmingham is leading the charge for Auburn.
She has 2 quick jumpers right here at the top of the key, wide open. Makes it look so easy, and then a quick kick out from her sister. That jumper in the corner, and then she's being aggressive on the offensive side, going after the boards, putting that putback in.
See what she's done today with those 10 points. She's hit 5 of 7 from the field. The rest of the team, just 3 out of 14 for 7 points. She led the team in scoring last year, a little over 10 points a game, so improved her numbers. That's a travel.
Yep. I think Bonds right now is just thinking too much, getting a little bit rattled in that press and in the defense, but it's got to be smarter.
The junior out of Gainesville made her 70th career start this afternoon, 57 in a row. What a turnover story. They're starting to mount for the Gators, and you can put number 5 on the board for the Tigers now. Bonds into the paint. 4 white jerseys swarm her and coughs up the basketball. Boy, a couple of turnovers for Jatera.
Play with a great play right there, just swapping the ball away and creating a turnover.
Shot clock at 7. Tracy Tanner had her shot blocked by George. Jennifer George, her 33rd block on the year, 2nd on the team.
Auburn doing a good job of pushing the ball inside with the clock winding down, but look at that athleticism by George, a perfect block, all ball.
4 on the shot clock. Muhammad, foul. Well, that's what Auburn wanted and needed. So Muhammad will step to the free throw line, where it's been somewhat of a struggle this year, 57% for Hasina. And she gets there quite a bit, her 93rd attempt on the way. She's made 53. Boy, she has been just steady. 22 of 23 games in double figures, had a high of 24 against Missouri, coming off a 20-point game against Georgia when she hit 9 of 13 shots. But coming off a season low a Sunday ago, and she only scored 7 against South Carolina on just 2 of 13 shooting.
Coach Flo said it was so exciting to see her play in the Georgia game because she felt like she was back to her old self after kind of having an up and down couple of games during their losing streak.
Betty gets it to Lewis. Shot clock at 5. Needles gets it to Moss. 2 on the shot clock. Gets the shot off just in time. Won't go. Loose ball. Right back to Sveti. She gets fouled. She'll go to the free throw line.
Florida still looks a little panicky to me, Dave, that they just can't beat this Auburn zone.
Amanda Butler talking to her young point guard, Carly Needles. Sveti knocks down the front end. 50% foul shooter on the year, only her 7th attempt. She's coming off a nice game on Thursday when she had a dozen against Alabama. That's Sveti's first free throw since December 21st against Central Michigan.
It's amazing. You're just full of stats.
Here's that pressure again. They finally get it to Clay. Muhammad, little runner, won't go. Boy, Moss.
Man,
good
George.
quick vision, and she finds the right lady, and that's Jennifer George.
And if you watch, George is the first person down the court every single time. She is so quick.
And the Gators have the lead for the first time since it was 2-0. And it was short-lived. Muhammad with the basket, 21-20. Here's George. Back to Needles. Moss into the lane. Won't go. Rebound to Tanner.
Dave, I'd like to see Alverson, the 4, a little bit more down to the post. She's been working on putting the ball on the floor.
She tried to post up. Shot clock at 8. Tanner misses the jump shot. Jennifer George that rebound. George had her shot blocked by Muhammad. Here's Clay. Go to 4 minutes. Offensive foul.
That's a good call. Needles again. I said I love watching her play defense. She's there. Her feet are planted. Gets the charge. It's a little painful for both of them.
Second foul on Tyrese Tanner. That'll get her to the bench as we go under 4 minutes to play here in the first half. Clay pushing the tempo. King misfires, too strong. And a foul on Alverson, and that'll get us to or under 4 media timeout. So after a sluggish start, the Gators have found some momentum here in Auburn Arena. They trail by 1, 3:35 to go, first half.
To renew your seat contribution or to join for the first time, please visit TigersUnlimited.com or call 855-AUB-2010.
Butler talking to her troops. Now in her 6th season with the Gators. Auburn leads at 21-20, and when Florida wins, they can put some points up on the board. Look at the number of points in their wins. Almost 79 a game. and they shoot 48%. But in those losses, and there have been 6 of them in league play, they've struggled to put the ball through the cylinder.
And in 7 of their 9 SEC games, they've been decided by 8 points or less.
Every possession matters. You may not think that they do,
but they do.
There have been some great games in college basketball this year that have come down to the final seconds. This one heading in that direction. Well, after a tough start, Florida has made 7 of their last 13 shots. But they need to hold on to the basketball. They're having some issues in the turnover department. They've made it to double figures now in turnovers. Yes, that'll be number 10 on the Gators. They came in averaging 17 a game. Alverson catch and shoot. Muhammad with the rebound. She'll step to the line.
It's a nice heads-up play by Muhammad going to the basket. Alverson keeps shaking her head. She just can't get that shot to fall.
Boy, Auburn getting up a ton of shots here in the first half. Already 27 total field goal attempts.
I think they worked on their free throws this week.
I think it's been a point of emphasis, you might say, after the 3 for 15 performance on Thursday. So Muhammad knocks him down. 3-point Tiger lead.
George is out for Florida. This is where Auburn really has to take advantage.
That foul goes against Peyton Davis. That'll be team foul number 7. So to the line, the Gators will go. And the transfer, Vicky McIntyre from Oklahoma State, junior out of Omaha, Nebraska. Tallest player in Gator history at 6'7". First player to ever play for the Gators has come from the state of Nebraska. Offensive rebound, no good. Or P.J. West at 6'8", just stands in the way. West sets a screen. Nowhere for play to go. Trying to get it back to West. P.J. saves it, but right to the Gators. Up ahead it comes. Here's Mercer. Alverson tried to block it. Didn't work. That is 8 points for Miller. Excuse me, Mercer with 8 points.
It's not a good shot. Great rebound, though.
Alverson will try for 3, got hit, and 3 free throws coming up for Blanche Alverson.
A little bit too aggressive on the defense there for Florida. You got one foul, the 3-point shooter with 1:46 to go in the first half. Clips her on the way down.
Blanche Alverson, who was the homecoming queen this year, to the free throw line, and she's a 79% foul shooter. Talk about an all-around individual. How about a 3.6 GPA in biomedical sciences?
Wants to be a doctor, and she started her own nonprofit.
Yeah,
Falling for books.
Yeah, why not?
I mean, in her spare time. Coach said you couldn't build a better student athlete if you tried.
Well, she was last year's women's basketball scholar athlete of the year. I would say her credentials and resume would support such an award. Here's Mercer. Around to Bonds. Vetty. And Auburn back in that zone. Bonds will fire for three. No good. Boy, Mercer came crashing in to grab the offensive rebound. And the Gators have pulled within two.
Mercer's just fearless in there. Every time the shot goes up, she's crashing the boards.
Muhammad. Pull-up jumper, no good. Up ahead to Moss. Blocked. Moss will try it again. Stayed with it and got it. Timeout. Timeout, Florida.
Mercer lost her contact or something. Maybe her gum. Again, Florida's so good on the fast break. Muhammad goes up with the block, but here's Florida with their physicality. They just keep going after it for the easy 2 points.
Coming up at halftime, we will take a look at scores around the conference. Get a good look at who's doing what as we hit the grind that is SEC basketball here in the early part of February. We'll also have some first half stats and highlights and a good rebound for this Florida team after a dismal start. Just 2 points in the first 9 minutes of this game. They started 1 of 9 from the field, but they hung around, and eventually they took a lead a moment ago, but tied at 26 now with 48 seconds to play before halftime. Here's Clay. Lost the handle. Lost back the other way. Tough shot. Loose ball taken by Alverson. About 4 seconds, 3.5 seconds separate the game clock and the shot clock. Muhammad, nowhere to go, finally finds King. It'll belong to the Tigers with 7 on the shot clock, 10.5 on the game clock. And some substitutions. Get some offense in there with Davis and Tyrese Tanner. Tanner has 2 fouls, but obviously opportunity for her to put the ball in the basket on this short clock. 10.5 seconds to go. Davis spins.
Nice move.
And she traveled. It was too nice. The 10th Tiger turnover of the first half.
Florida still a great opportunity to go up by 2 at halftime. They can run the court so fast.
Bonds to Moss. Off the back of the iron. And that'll do it for our first half. So, 20 minutes are in the books. And after a slow start, the Gators fight back to tie it up at 26. Auburn gets 10 points from Tyrese Tanner. Florida gets 10 from Mercer. We'll come back, have our halftime activities from Auburn Arena. Stay with us. SEC women's basketball is being brought to you by Toyota. Auburn Arena, boy, a magnificent facility. Folks here at Auburn did a great job planning this building. It is a nice home court advantage for the Auburn Tigers. Florida trying, though, to make it a nice road venue. Amanda Butler's club trailed early in this game. Took them 11 minutes to score 2 points, and then they got it going.
This is Auburn's first SEC Sunday game. Is that hard to believe?
At home, yeah.
Yeah.
They have been road warriors. Gators will have the basketball first. Near takeaway. Here's Moss, the daughter of Randy Moss.
I did not know that.
And the Gators come out of the locker room, knock down the shot. They lead by 2. Mercer now with a dozen points to lead everybody in the game. Davis spins and gets fouled. She'll step to the free throw line. Peyton Davis, a junior out of Pinson, Alabama. Quiet first half for Peyton. No points. Picked up 2 fouls, a couple of rebounds.
You're 8 for 8 from the line, right, Auburn?
Yes, they are.
It's a much improved stat.
And listen, Peyton Davis, when she's knocking them down, she's a 42% foul shooter on the year, so something's happened. Remember, this is a team that just finished a 3 for 15 performance in their last game.
Great defense, push her out of bounds. We talked about it all game long, Auburn's tough defense. There she just gives her a little bit of a nudge, but backs off and Bonds goes out of bounds.
Tanner, strong left-handed move to the basket. She's got a dozen. Betty out of the corner, high arching shot, no good. Davis with her height advantage, grabs that rebound right over Mercer. George with a takeaway, chased down by Alverson, and Alverson trips her, but George able to get it to go down.
She looked back like she knew that ball was going in too. This is incredible. She gets the steal, this is how fast she is. She knows she's right there, she trips.
Boy, Alverson said that she didn't touch her, didn't do anything, and that George just kind of stumbled on her own.
She definitely tripped on her own, but I did see a little bit of contact.
Crowd here saw the replay on the big board, and as you can tell, didn't necessarily like the call, but not a lot they can do about it. So timeout taken by Auburn, by Florida, excuse me. We will take it with them back in a moment. 31-30, Florida out in front after a three-point play from Jennifer George. And she got to the line because of this play.
We want to see if there's any contact. It was right there, no call. And then she trips, and the crowd was right. There was no contact. Some incredible upper body strength, though, for George to get that ball in.
George just completed her 10th three-point play opportunity and has 9 points now. Here's the pressure by Moss. Just a freshman. Daryl
pressure.
Getting a lot of action today. That's because of the injury to Najette Ordad, who sits on that Auburn bench, who has 148 assists on the year. High ankle sprain. She has a boot, walking on crutches as well. And so the freshman Clay getting a ton of action.
Nice pass.
Boy, Davis having a tough day offensively. That's the second or third time she's been right at the iron and couldn't convert.
That one was too strong. A few of them not strong enough. Needs to find her balance. Use that glass for an easy layup.
Steady. Here's Bonds in the corner. Boy, nice by Miller. Mercer, can she convert? No. Blocked by Davis. She has 2 blocks today. Play all the way to the basket. Won't go. Moss up ahead to Bonds. Chased down by Muhammad and a foul.
See this one more time. Ooh, I don't know about that call either. It's all ball.
Well, Muhammad certainly didn't like the call. Bonds will step to the line. 75% foul shooter on the year. Substitutions, Tracy Tanner checks in for Davis. And for the Gators, Vicky McIntyre on the floor. She will replace Kristen Mercer.
Davis struggling to put those easy balls in, so let's see what Tracy Tanner can do. She played so well in the first half.
And a foul against Moss. That'll be her first. Moss just a freshman. We'll head to that Gator bench. And a reach-in foul against the Gators. That'll go against McIntyre. Boy, Auburn just 1 field goal in the last 8 minutes and 14 seconds.
And that's where Hasina uses her length and her athleticism to go up. A little bit of hang time, shoot the ball over the blocker's hands.
1 point Gator lead. George spins, and that'll be a traveling violation. That'll be turnover number 12 for the Florida Gators. A couple of freshmen going nose to nose there. Needles on play. Muhammad tries to go a little up and under, but decides to fall away, and a foul on the Tigers. Good box out by Bonds.
Good box out. Tyrese Tanner goes over the back for that foul.
And that's her third. Bonds to McIntyre. Needles, that's way off the mark. Rebound to the 6'7" McIntyre.
The fresh shot clock, so let's run a good play here.
George goes with that left hand again.
Man, she's good. 2 defenders on her. Like you said, that left hand for the easy 2 points.
Jennifer George getting it going for the Gators. She now has 11 points. Florida's largest lead of the game is right now, 35-32. Gators trailed in this one early, couldn't buy a bucket. First 10 minutes were an offensive disaster, but they have found their comfort zone here at Auburn Arena. Jennifer George part of that. She is at 5 of 9 shots. Mercer also with a dozen.
Earlier today at shoot-around, when Coach Butler was wrapping it up, she said, team that's going to win today, team that plays with more heart, but at the end plays smarter. So that was a good message to give our team before they suited up.
And George chases it down, gets it to Needles. Carly Needles, a freshman out of Colorado. 47 assists on the year, 42 turnovers. And last touched by Muhammad, it will belong to the Florida Gators. Davis back on the floor, Tracy Tanner to the bench for the Tigers. 50th meeting between these two teams. Auburn leads this series 32-17. Last time Florida's won in this building, you got to go back to February of 2004. Perfect shot from the freshman Clay.
Really impressed with how Clay has stepped up into the starting point guard role, running the offense and then taking the shots when they're open.
Tied at 35. Bonds there to pick up the miss. Reverses course and gets fouled on the way to the basket.
Florida winning the battle on the offensive board, just going after every single ball.
Boy, nice quick step, reverse course. Bonds with her effort, steps to the free throw line. Bonds at the free throw line today is now 3 out of 3. She has made 5 straight. Best free throw shooter on the team. Leads the club in attempts and makes. And gets them both. Florida back out in front by 2. Auburn's lost 7 straight, trying to snap that this afternoon. Over and back.
1 foot over when she caught the ball.
So a gift of sorts for the Tigers, back to the Gators. Line drive shot by Bonds, no good, but another chance for George. That won't go. Alberson grabs the rebound.
You want to learn good, tough defense. Watch Needles, number 4 for Florida. Always, her feet are always moving, her hands always moving. She's always right up in front of who she's guarding. Look at this. She cuts her off. Gets right up in her. I mean, that's exactly how you want to teach someone to play defense. I love watching her play.
Scotty Wilbekin of the Gator women's basketball team. Scotty, the junior point guard, a defensive nemesis of many in the Southeastern Conference. Gators last night, big win at the O-Dome in front of a sellout. Tyrese Tanner now with 14 in the game. Needles out of the corner. Won't go. There's Moss for the putback. Oh. Up ahead it comes. Nice. Davis. King. That won't go. Knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to the Gators.
Davis has got to put that ball in.
Davis had a tough day trying to finish for the game. Davis now 0 for 5 from the field. She has knocked down a couple of free throws. Needles again from the corner. That won't go. Up ahead to Alberson. She will chase it down. It'll belong to the Tigers.
Substitution for Auburn, checking in number 31 is Smokey. Replacing number 4, Auburn Needles.
Tyrese Tanner. Back in the corner to Sweeting. That won't go. Now Moss, a little 3-on-1 run out. Moss takes it herself.
Nice.
Little flick of the wrist, gets the layup to go down.
Florida's so good in transition and so quick. Again, just a little bit more physical than Auburn, and those fast break points are adding up.
Alberson dumps it inside to Davis. Davis drew the foul, will step to the free throw line. Well, the Gators on the road, trying to hang in there with the Tigers. They have a 2-point lead thanks to the Moss layup. we are back. 39-37. Gators out in front. Mercer and George, 23 points. Rest of the team, just 4 out of 26 from the floor. But it's a good thing. It's a good thing you got Mercer and George on the roster. And George has done it throughout her career. The senior out of Fresno, California. Just a super player for this Gator team. Look at the second chance points for Florida, 16 off of 13 offensive rebounds. Both these clubs coming off games where they just gave up a ton of offensive rebounds. Auburn gave up 26 offensive rebounds in their last game. Florida gave up 20. So 11:45 to go in this one. Tigers trying to snap this 7-game skid. We started the year 2-1 in league play. Since then, it has been a slippery slope. Davis at the free throw line today. That's where she has produced her points. She has 2 out of 2 at the line. How does a team go 3 for 15? Davis just shoots an air ball. They
just
go 3.
jinxed him.
I know. I just do that. When I walk into the building, I jinx people.
I'm aware. I work with you.
Thank you. 3 out of 15 in their last game, and they're 10 out of 11 this afternoon.
You shoot 100 more free throws every single practice?
Bonds. Another chance for the Gators.
Nice.
And there's Moss.
More second chance points for Florida. They're just being more aggressive right now and going after getting the offensive rebound after the second or third time.
Touched about every part of the iron, kicked out. 3-point lead by the Gators. Matching Florida's biggest lead. Alverson claims the loose ball. Here's Sweeting. Tanner.
Needs to take that shot.
That's exactly what she said to herself.
She's been hitting it all day long.
George back on the floor. Bonds off the back of the rim. George with a rebound and then a push. Is that Davis or Muhammad? Let's see who gets it. Looks like Muhammad will pick up the foul.
Coach Butler told us at shooting around that they've improved on their shot selection as a team, but more individually, being aware of that clock. That was a perfect example of passing the ball around and getting a good look at the basket.
Fresh shot clock. 9:52 on the game clock. Sveti will try for 3. Boy, great rebound by Moss. What an athlete.
Incredible. I don't even know how she got that rebound.
.43-38 our tally.
Alverson can just not get the ball to go in.
Loose ball on the floor, and George comes out of there with it. Long outlet to Moss. What a catch. And she is fouled by Sweeting, and that'll send Moss back line, so they will inbound. That is only the 6th team foul against Auburn. Well, the daughter of legendary NFL wide receiver Randy Moss, showing a little bit of those skills.
She's been crashing the boards, the offensive boards, all game long. Look at that move. No problem, easy.
Moss has scored the Gators' last 6 points. Moss was the Kentucky Gatorade High School Player of the Year out of Union, Kentucky. Just a freshman.
She's going to be a great player at Florida.
George had her shot blocked by Muhammad, gets it back, dumps it inside. And there's a foul. Tanner or Davis? Let's see. That'll go against Tanner. So for Tracy Tanner, the freshman, that'll be her 3rd foul, and that will send Kayla Lewis to the free throw line, the redshirt sophomore out of Decatur, Georgia. Former Georgia Gatorade High School Player of the Year back in 2010. So the lead is 7 now, under 9 to play. Tyrese Tanner. Shot clock under 10. Tanner, good defense in that corner by Lewis. It'll be Tiger basketball, but the shot clock's at 4.
Well, Auburn's defense rattled Florida in the first half, and Florida responds playing incredible defense in the second half and just being more aggressive on the offensive boards and on the defensive end.
Boy, a tough foul by the Gators with 1 on the shot clock. Lewis picks up the foul. That'll be the 5th team foul against Florida. And a fresh shot clock, most importantly for Auburn. Trying to reset the shot clock. 3 seconds went off. It should be, I mean, if anything, almost 30 seconds. They'll put it at 29. And they put another second back on the clock. 8:20 to play in this one. Rebound.
Then Florida's going to push the ball. Why not give?
Lewis lays it up and in. Boy, when the Gators are in the open floor, that is when they have been at their best this afternoon.
Exactly right.
Tracy Tanner put it on the floor and got fouled in the process. That'll be on Sveti. But the Gators have turned up the heat. Lead by 9 on the road. 47-38 is our tally.
Fans, look on the back of your ticket stub for a free drink with a plate purchase donating Louie's Chicken Fingers in the Auburn, Atlanta area. Louie's Chicken Fingers, a great place to stop before or after any Auburn event.
47-38, 7:52 to go in the contest. The Gators have found some offense here in the second half.
Moss, so incredible, again, in transition and pushing the ball up the court. She has 10 total rebounds so far in this game, and then is being unselfish, too, giving the ball up in the open court when Lewis is there. So good in transition, this Florida Gator team is.
For Moss, 8 points, 10 rebounds, and 4 assists this afternoon. Just a freshman, and boy, a real good get for Amanda Butler in terms of the future. When you think about all the freshmen that she brought in, being able to produce in this league at an early age is often a difficult task. The Tigers inbound at 7:52 to play. Down 9. They have really struggled offensively since about the 10-minute mark of the first half.
That's what we wanted to see all game long. Alverson with that 3 ball.
So Alverson now has 3, and they give her 6 in her first 3, just 1 out of 5 from the field. Davis picks up the foul. 1-1 now for the Gators. So Moss at the free throw line this year. 60% foul shooter. Gets the first one. Moss looking for her second career double-double. She will have it if she can knock down this free throw. Moss tied her career high with 10 rebounds this afternoon. She's done it 2 other times against Fairfield and NC State. A couple of early games. Fetty for 3. She knew it was going down the moment it left her hand.
Again, Florida converting, getting that offensive rebound and kicking the ball out for that 3. And now they have the momentum. Their bench is cheering.
10-point lead, largest of the game. Nearly a steal by Moss. Alverson, little floater is good. Here's Bonds being chased down by Tanner. Back to Moss. In the corner it goes. Fetty, she'll try again. Got it again.
Calling for the ball, telling them that she's open and she's hot.
Lily Fetty, 41% three-point shooter on the year with back-to-back 3s. She hit 4 in her last outing, 4 out of 6. And a foul against Lewis.
Here she is set up. A great follow through and then off of a offensive rebound. Again, wide open in the corner.
Alverson this afternoon with 9 points, give her 10, 7 rebounds.
Yeah, that was a good pass.
Long entry from Moss, knocked out of bounds, 8 on the shot clock.
She sees the court so well.
Here's George. Little entry pass to Lewis. Last touch by Tanner. Now there's 2 on the shot clock.
Steady, get open.
Loss off the inbounds, left it just a tad short.
Florida's going back to man-to-man.
Boy, Bonds
Nice.
just picked Clay.
Oh!
And a foul on Muhammad. That'll be her 3rd, and that'll send Bonds to the free throw line. Frustrated Terry Williams Flournoy. Looking for point number 6, and she will grab it. An 11-point advantage for Florida. Coming up on 5 minutes to play. Tanner, offensive foul.
Again, Florida's picking up their defense. That time it's George standing her ground, getting to the spot. That's a great call.
That foul on Tanner, that'll be her 4th. George with the left hand. Alverson the rebound. Auburn now in a hurry. Tough pass by the freshman Clay.
A little bit too high.
That was, say, Chris Denson of the Auburn's men's team, then maybe you got something. But he's not on the floor right now.
No, he's not.
So Sweeting back on the floor, number 4 for Auburn, as Clay heads to the bench. Boy, knocked out of there by Tanner. Tracy knocks it to her sister. Tyrese can't convert, but Tracy can. 3-point opportunity coming up.
It's a good run by Tyrese, pushing the ball out. Sort of trips on her own there, but there's her sister Tracy to put the ball back in.
Boy, great free throw shooting today. Still, even with that miss, teams are 24 out of 28 at the line today.
Nice block.
And a traveling violation will give it back to Auburn. LSU knocks off Georgia today. Tennessee beats Ole Miss. Mississippi State over Missouri. And with 30 seconds left, Arkansas by 2 over Alabama. Texas A&M at the half up 6 on South Carolina in a big game in SEC standings. Up and under move doesn't work for Muhammad. Muhammad struggling today. She is now 3 of 11. She does have 10 points and 5 rebounds. 3:53 to go. Florida's out in front by 9. lead it on the road by 9, 56-47. 3:53 to play in this one. Auburn trying to snap this 7-game losing streak. Florida trying to keep it going. They're coming off a win. Trying to win 2 in a row after dropping 5 straight. Amanda Butler believes her club has a chance to get to the NCAA tournament despite this little sluggish couple of weeks here, because they've got some games on their schedule that certainly could help them out. One of those is at Texas A&M.
They told me at shoot-around today they have a dry erase board in their practice facility. They erased everything that had happened before their season. They have 8 games. They started 1-0. That's all they care about. She said road wins count double, maybe triple in the SEC.
Catch by Moss on that sideline. Sveti trying for her 3rd three of the half, and she has it.
Nice. Have to contest her shot and put a hand in her face.
Largest lead of the afternoon at 12 and 11 for Sveti. Tracy Tanner up and under, left it short, and then a push underneath on that rebound by the Gators. That'll go against Bonds. That'll send Tanner to the free throw line, a 61% foul shooter, but missed her last attempt. Got the nice roll, Tracy Tanner. Now has 5 points today to go along with her 3 rebounds. Sveti wide open for a 3, backs it out. The clock.
Smart play.
That's what Florida's worried about right now. Up 10. Entry pass. George left it short, knocked around. Sweeting with it. Bad pass, it'll belong to Florida. Give us a chance to look at our Regis Bank play of the game, and for that it was the 3-point play. Off a steal by Jennifer George.
Trips over her own feet and then somehow gets that ball to go in. That's amazing. A little underhand. Then hits the free throw.
Regis Bank play of the game. Oh, just a bad dribble that time from Kristen Mercer. Gives it right back to Muhammad. On the run, that won't go. Sveti with the rebound.
Casino looks like she's wearing down a little bit. Her knees are hurting her.
Timeout taken by Amanda Butler. 30-second timeout with 2:03 to go. There's 7 seconds on that shot clock.
30-second timeout called by Florida.
Regis Bank player of the game decided to go with Miss Sydney Moss, who has 9 points today. She has put together a nice little run of 10 rebounds, 6 assists today to go along with 9 points. Still in search of that one other point to give her her second double-double of her young career.
6 offensive rebounds. What I really like about her, I keep saying how good she is at seeing the entire court, feeding those balls into Jennifer George, but also just making smart plays, winding down the clock.
Yeah, she's been great on this little Auburn press, being able to have some size, see over some of the guards. Tough shot there. Shot clock was winding down. Here's Sweeting back the other way to Muhammad. Under 2 to go. That won't go for Muhammad, and rebound to Bonds. And check against Sweeting.
Watched right in front of us. The ref said, I'm going to let you have one hand check, but not the second one.
So Bonds at the free throw line. Last 5 minutes of the game this year. Bonds shoots 82%. That is her 7th point of the afternoon. Bonds 7 out of 7 at the line. In a game earlier this year, she was 11 out of 11.
Vanderbilt, or was it?
Against Kentucky earlier this year. Why do you got to quiz me like that?
You've seen if you knew the answer.
I did.
I know. Nice move.
Well, that's how it's been for the Tigers here in the second half.
They just can't get a
friendly roll in their own building. It was 26-26 at the half. And Florida has found their offensive mojo, and it all started when they got out in the open floor. They have certainly picked up the pace offensively, at least the first 10 minutes of this half. And in the last few minutes, Lily Sveti has found her range from behind the arc with 3 threes.
They've done a good job of setting up their offense. You mentioned, though, in the open court, just so fast. I'm impressed the way they came out in the second half with their defense. I think it's really set the tone for their offense.
Tyrese Tanner gets it to her sister Tracy. Up and under move. That goes. 9-point game and a quick foul. Well, we mentioned how important the next stretch of games for Florida is, and that Texas A&M game on Thursday is really big. On the road, you pull off the upset there, and you get a lot of bonus points. And then they have to host Georgia next week, and that's another great opportunity to build that resume. So, you know, despite the 3-6 conference record, Amanda Butler still holding out hope for back-to-back trips to the NCAA tournament, but you can't really stub your toe anymore the rest of the way out.
They said their loss to Ole Miss was an eye-opener, that on any given day, any team in the SEC can fall.
Tyrese Tanner for 3, got it. Florida wants a timeout. Look at the Tigers' upcoming schedule as they will go home and take on Alabama. Then they have a tough trip to Knoxville, take on 12th-ranked Tennessee. And they wrap up that 5-game slate hosting Mississippi State, but 3 of the next 5 here at home for a team that's 9-2 in this building this year.
And a team that started out 11-2 in the season, correct? Against non-conference play, but Coach Flo said, I kept telling the girls, this is not the level of play that we're going to see on a 7-game losing streak. They need a win. So like I said in the open, to know what a win feels like, to keep wanting that.
Here's Bonds, and she is bumped out of bounds, and that'll send her back to the free throw line, where Bonds has hit 9 out of 10. Missed 2 in a row now. Lead has been as big as 13 in this game for the Gators. Florida's biggest lead, or excuse me, Auburn's biggest lead was 9 at 11-2. So 8-point game. That shot is blocked. Here's Moss being chased by a bunch of white jerseys. Gets it to Bonds. Bonds. Now it's Fetty. There's a reach-in foul with 21 seconds left in a 3-possession game. That should just about do it here. And that'll be 4 fouls on Muhammad. Bonds is really trying to catch her breath, see how these free throws go. After the sprint up and down the floor. You can tell she's getting a little tired. Gets 1 out of 2. King. She'll pull up, knock it down. 15 seconds left to play. Timeout taken by Auburn. Well, Florida, this will be their first win in Gainesville since February of 2004. This is the 50th meeting between these two clubs. And those that keep track of these, this is the 4th time that Florida's worn these black uniforms. They'll go to 2-2 on the year in the black unis. That's an important stat. Don't think players don't know that stuff.
I know they do. I'm still superstitious, and I'm 30 years old and not playing.
I don't think it ever goes away. There's McIntyre, and she is quickly fouled, and she'll step to the free throw line. So just lob it into the 6'7" junior.
That's why they put her in there.
McIntyre on the year. Good foul shooter at 87%. Looking for her first point, and she will have it. And Jennifer George will quickly check in.
Pull up.
And Alverson steps on the inline, and that'll put a fork in it. 3.1 seconds to play in this one, and Florida will inbound the basketball. So the Gators pick up the win on the road, a much-needed win. They win back-to-back games. Amanda Butler happy with the victory. Her club goes to 15-9, 4-6 in league play. Auburn will drop to 13-11, 2-9, and their streak goes to 8. But a good win for the Gators.
Florida 2-0 in February. That's what they're taking it a game by game. They want to win out in February.
Well, good win for Florida. They're finding their footing. And a good time to do it in the heart of the SEC schedule. Hope you enjoyed it. For Elizabeth Morrow, I'm Dave Neal. So long from Auburn as the Gators win it 65-57.